Felix. Yeah, I've been struggling with some climate anxiety lately, which is this feeling of, oh, there's this crisis all around. It really gets to me, gets to my mental health. So I'm super glad that I can talk at all of you today about climate change. So yeah, let's start with some basics there. In discussions on climate change, you hear about certain temperatures a lot, like 1.5 degrees, 2 degrees, 3 degrees. What these are is global average temperature compared to what these were before industrialization hit. So if the entire planet warms by 1.5 degrees, that's actually pretty bad. That has a lot of consequences on our ecosystems. 2 degrees, actually a lot worse. And if we go beyond that, just gets exponentially shitty. And we've known this for quite a long time in the scientific community. And 10-ish years ago in Paris, lots of countries, including Germany, agreed that we should all do our best to limit the heating to 2 degrees max, ideally 1.5. So good goals. Unfortunately, not a lot has happened in these almost 10 years. So where we are right now, in order to even have like a 50% chance to stay under this 1.5 degree threshold, we would have to stop burning any fossil fuels by 2030. That's in 6 years. Like, imagine that. And speaking of crazy shit, so these are some graphs in which the red line is this year, 2023, and all the gray lines are previous years, a lot of them, like a lot of records. And these are like surface temperatures, amount of polar ice. Here in the bottom right is the amount of forest that burned in Canada. So this year, compared to all the years that we have on record, is just off the charts, like uncharted territory, totally bonkers. Another really scary chart is sea level rise since 1900, and it's coming up, and it's around 20 centimeters, and that's globally. That's like including the Pacific fucking Ocean, everything, and like half of that has been in the last 40 years, like our lifetime, and it's just keeps accelerating when you look at it. So I find this all pretty scary. For us, ourselves, it's not too bad. It's not like our children will face death and suffering. But if we look at it realistically, there's hundreds of millions of children in the global south who are and will be facing exactly these things. So it's serious. This little table is an indicator of how everyone will be affected. These are the largest rice exporters in the world, and you can see how the numbers have been dwindling. So there's less rice on the global market. And the largest exporter, India, this year they have banned any rice exports. The harvest has been so bad, they need all their rice for themselves. So our basic food supplies will be less abundant and more expensive. That's just a fact of how things will be. Now, in Germany, we have some laws in place, and we will be going to a point of having net zero emissions. But the time scale on that is too long. Interesting. These are older slides than I thought. But yeah. As you can see, the plans for 2030, they don't go to zero. They go to lower emissions, but in order to have a sensible time frame that really ensures, okay, there's a chance if everybody does their part that we keep under the 2 degrees, then we have to be much faster. This doesn't work. So there's several contributing factors to this. For example, Germany believes in this trading of CO2 certificates, where we pay other countries that don't burn so much, but we keep burning. We don't replace this tech with green stuff. So we're basically lying to ourselves in that area. And a way in which they are lying to you is they keep talking about this ecological footprint, which is saying, so your choices are what matters to this whole thing, which we are talking $1 trillion industry that's digging up oil and burning it. And if your car is electric or not, doesn't factor in so much. Like, I don't know, I think it's Shell or one of these companies there. They're planning to invest like 25 billion or something crazy like that over the next 5 years into their oil excursion. So, yeah, bringing us to what can we do from our business side of things. Of course, you could try to limit your dealings with automotive industry, airlines, fossil customers, whatever. If that's a sensible option for you, maybe it's not. Maybe you are in an automotive company. Then maybe your company could give employees time that they can use on the clock for activism. Because I feel that to get to these big policy shifts that we need, we actually need powerful, broad, large grassroots organizations that can actually move something in society and in perception and ultimately in the law, and maybe get a little radical about it. In case you're not yet radicalized, one other thing you can always do is support marginalized communities, like these folks on the margins of society. They stand to be hit hardest by the consequences of climate change. They have the fewest resources to defend themselves. So, yeah, let's share these resources and, yeah, empower these grassroots of society. So, I'm sorry that this was more doom and gloom and not so much inspiration, but that's just how the topic is from my point of view. And yeah, I'd like to make it a conversation, so find me in the hallway, find me on social media, and thank you. Let's try to do something.